Okay, but you could
pop
also
song.
say the same thing about Chris Brown. Don't
No,
wake
Chris Brown
me
is hip
up,
hop.
up, 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 up,
I
up.
mean,
What is
everybody was
that?
doing like techno in like the 2010s. I
And
was so ready for
forever.
that trend to be over.
Oh,
Shout
I
out
don't
to
want
The
to get
Office.
copyrighted.
Oh yeah. Just singing full verses tonight.
Nicole,
It's
Tonight.
We're gonna get in trouble. Okay. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Oh.
Welcome. Watch Mario Brothers copyright us for this. It's fine. It's fine.
Copyright.
How you doing, Nicole?
I'm doing good. We out here in these streets. I'm a little sore. I had an intense dance class yesterday.
Oh yeah.
My
How'd it
body is still, it
go?
was so much fun, but holy crap, I'm just not as nimble and quick as I used to be. And so my thighs and I was like, I am going to slip and fall on my butt in the middle of this class. It's gonna be so embarrassing. But I didn't. And I was able to keep up. But yeah, my body's still trying to wake itself up this morning.
Child. Was it Kizomba? What salsa? What type of
No,
class was it?
it was a salsa class.
Okay.
And it was salsa on two, which is my favorite style of salsa to dance.
That's the way to go.
It feels better. Some people
Yeah.
call it mambo style. Some people call it New York style.
Yeah.
But it's salsa on two. And yeah, so I'm in the intermediate level at the moment with this particular company. And so yeah, it was just a lot of fun.
Yeah, let's go. I'm glad.
Thank you. Yes. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Yeah. How's the last
Child.
couple days been for you?
So last couple days have looked like my immediate family's power going out at their house. And then being like, we need somewhere to like chill for the day because like people got work and people got stuff to do and it's winter time. So I was super grateful. And I think like the host in me lying dormant was like, yes, because I didn't really host anybody big for the holidays. And so we played games and watched Cruella, which is one of the best movies made in the 2020s. And I'll die on that hill. Ate a lot of good food. And so it was like unexpected. Like my schedule was thrown off. So I'm still a little discombobulated because like prep days look very specific for me before we decide to shoot. But it was really good. It was a blessing to be able to like to be healthy and to have the space to host people comfortably. So I am grateful. A little thrown off my schedule, but I am grateful. So all good.
I love that. Oh, I missed it with you.
I know. Well, just all you need is a hurricane, and to become temporarily unhoused, and you have a place to stay hours away.
Yeah, facts. Ay. Oh my goodness.
Oh man! All right, you ready to get started?
Okay, yeah, let's do it. What you got?
So first thing we got is a question of the day. And I'm super excited about this question of the day because the subject is something that's kind of been in the ether for both of us for a while as Black people, as people who take in media. So let me get this straight. So this comes out of an article from Down Magazine. I'm going to read it for some background context and then we'll discuss. I'm such a teacher. I'm sorry. Okay. Welcome, class. Okay.
Adorable.
Yes, they aren't real. And yes, they aren't people. But we're saying that if they were, they would be Black. How do we know? Is it because most of these characters are voiced by Black actors? Partly. These characters aren't Black because their voice actors are. If anything, the actors only give us confirmation. There's a reason why the creators choose Black actors to play them. They give off a certain vibe that only Black people can emulate. So why are characters like Wilt from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, King Julian from Madagascar, him from the Powerpuff Girls, Arthur's whole family, Goofy and Max, Miss Bellum from Powerpuff Girls, like why are these characters so Black coded and what makes them such? So that's the background I'm giving you. It's not the question. So as a recap, we've got cartoon humans that are explicitly Black, like the Proud Family, like Baby's Kids. We know they're Black because we were looking at them and it is mentioned that they are Black families, right? And then you have like this other category where they're like non-human characters, like those Adventure Time, regular show type characters where it's like, you're not human, but like I know you're black, right? And so we know this to be true. There are lots of articles about it, stuff we talk about all the time. So my question for you is, what cartoon shows, whether these are human or non-humans,
Okay.
what cartoon shows do you think will be fire and be taken to the next level if those characters were all black or black coded characters? Like, what do you think will be like, yo, I love to do a rewatch of that if everybody was black? What cartoons come to mind for you?
You know what the first cartoon that came to mind was for me?
I want to
And
see if
I
we're thinking the
don't
same
know
thing.
why.
Go for it. I think we're
I
thinking the
don't
same
know.
thing.
You think so? I, I don't know.
Go for it. Say it. Say it. Say it.
For some reason, and I haven't thought of this show in forever.
Uh-huh.
Oh God, it's the Wild Thornberrys.
There it is.
Really?
I was thinking of the same exact show.
That's
The same exact show.
crazy.
Same
That's
show because we used
crazy.
to tear it up on Saturday mornings with some honey and toast.
Oh
What?
my God.
That was a combo. So what makes you say the Wild Thornberrys then?
Whoa, that's crazy that we even think of the same thing. I just think the
Mhm.
characters would be so freaking hilarious. I mean, because for one, you don't really see a lot of context of black families camping
Nope.
and out in the wild.
Still don't. Yeah.
You really still don't. So I think it would be hilarious to see kind of how those characters would morph and
Mm.
if they would go. I mean, already just in that concept, they're breaking the stereotype, right?
Yeah.
So I would
Yeah.
be curious to see what characters they decide to keep in the stereotype. Um, I know the father would probably be my favorite character.
Like, yeah.
Um,
I mean, Nigel Thornberry on his own is
iconic,
incredible.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I think that like for me, there's a camping episode in the original Proud Family that
Okay.
is like one of the best
Dang.
episodes on the show, in my opinion. And I
Uh-huh.
feel like getting a whole show of that will be incredible. And I feel like seeing black people camping or black people as adventurers, because they were very like the Crocodile Hunter, I think they're the Corin family. They were very like Corin family coded on that show.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I
For
wonder, like,
sure.
seeing a black family be that, what that would do for black adventurers, the way that A Different World did for like spiking HBCU enrollment. Like, I
Yeah.
wonder what that
Mm,
would do.
yeah.
What other shows come to mind that would be like, dang, if that was black coded or black, that would be really, really good.
Let me think. Mm, hmm. Could be interesting, but I don't know why. Kind of similar. Phil of the Future.
Oh, that's good.
I think that could be really interesting
That
on
could take a
Disney Channel.
historical route. Like, cause where are they coming from?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're coming from the future. Are they like, man, it's ghetto back here? Or are they coming from the future being like, oh god, like we've made no progress. Like that would be really cool. But Disney in the
Yeah.
early 2000s will never touch that. But that would be cool.
Nah,
That
there
would
were
be
some
really,
things though
really.
on Disney that they touched that I was like, oh, remember the Color of Friendship?
Oh
Um,
god,
I was
yes.
like, wow, this is kind of serious
And then the
subject matter
movie
for
with
Disney.
oh I forgot. It was a Shia LaBeouf plays this character, and he plays a neurodivergent character, which is
Yes.
like
Oh,
I
that movie
forgot what that show,
was
but
good.
like
I
that
forgot what
one
it's
was
called.
like that was when
Yeah,
Disney was
he was in
really
his
like
bag.
doing it.
Yeah. He was in his bag with that role. He was
Yeah.
incredible.
Problematic or not, like that was he was
He had the
invested
chops. Yeah, he had
invested
the
in that
chops
role.
for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah. Any other shows? Think about so we got Wild Thornberries, Phil of the
Mm-hmm.
Future. What other
Mm-hmm.
show do you think will be like, dang, if everybody was black, like this would
Hmm.
be
Um.
any cartoons?
Oh. Well. Okay. So I have one that comes to mind,
I think we're
but
thinking the
there.
same thing again.
I don't
Go
think
ahead, go
so.
ahead.
I don't think so though. There's one that show that comes to mind, and
Okay.
this next part will probably hint if we're thinking the same thing or not. The
Okay.
creator of a different show has mentioned that they feel like this is a show that like is kind of a not a replica, but like kind of mirrors that kind of style of show.
Nah, I don't think we're thinking the same
So
thing.
you think we're thinking the same thing? You said
I don't
still.
think we are. I don't think
Okay,
we
you don't
are.
think you are.
Nah,
Okay,
nah,
so
nah.
my show,
Okay.
I think Gossip Girl.
Oh, whoa.
And so Issa Rae mentioned that
Mm.
Insecure was kind of like not a mirror to that world, but like our Gossip Girl.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. Like,
everybody was black, everybody, just the relationships between everybody, the
yeah. We were all talking
drama.
about it in the real world. Like, there were discussion boards and blog posts. I think there's like a post
Yeah.
show. like Insecure, like on
Yeah.
HBO.
Yeah. After every episode, they like kind of do some little.
Interesting.
I think that would be sick, especially because all the Gossip Girl was about people who were incredibly rich.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and so another kind of stereotype breaking of,
Mhm.
we've seen it before in like Cosby Show where we've seen families that have wealth or that, that have wealth. Um, and Fresh Prince,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
and different ways like that. And so I
We
think
need
that
more
would
of it.
definitely be an interesting one for sure. Gossip
And
Girl.
even the reboot of Bel-Air is the first time that I saw posh blackness, because we see black
Yes.
wealth in Love and Hip Hop, like we see
Yeah, yeah,
black
yeah, yeah,
wealth
yeah.
in like sport, like it's that very particular type of like these black people are wealthy because they either just got there or it's because of their musical or athletic talent.
Yes.
Like generational black wealth in general is an interesting topic because it's not traditionally long, but
Yeah.
like I think that that would be interesting to see that very niche sector of black wealth on
Yeah.
TV,
Yeah.
a la Gossip Girl. That would be really, really cool.
Yeah. What
I
were
was
you
thinking
thinking of?
Codename Kids Next Door. Do you remember number
Wow.
5? If everybody in Codename Kids Next Door had number 5's energy, the show would bang.
Is
The
number
show would
5
be
the one? Is
so
number
good.
5 the one who was talking like this? Was that her voice? I'm trying to
Yes.
remember.
I don't
Wait.
know if it was Cree Summer,
Was
but
it a
she
girl?
sounded
She had
like
a hat.
Macy Gray. She had an orange hat and a like big old braid, and she had like really long, lanky limbs. Like there was number 5, and I remember number 1 was the bald British guy in the big old
Oh
green
that
sweater.
was totally her, the one who talked like that for sure. She had on the
Number
red
4
hat.
was black. Was number 4 also a
No,
black guy?
no, which one is that? Okay, so we've
Is there
got
a black man?
number 1. I mean, I'm assuming he's number 1.
Wait, no, I'm
It's the
sorry. Number
kid,
1 has the red turtleneck. Number 4
red
is the
turtleneck.
like she's Asian coded, I feel like.
Yes, she is, and her
Okay.
sleeves are too long for her body. Her sleeves are hanging off of her hands. She's just flopping around.
Yes.
And then there's the blonde one whose hair comes down over his
The
eyes
bowl
and it's
cut.
orange.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And then number 2 is the one who wore like those the hat with the aviator glasses. Who was like
That's who I'm thinking of.
he was thick. He was number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, number 5. I think number 5. I feel like number 5
Number
talks
5 talks like this. She talks like she's like a Mac Daddy from like the 70s and is like giving people like high fives. Like that's yeah, imagine that, but every
so cute.
character is black. I think that that would be
Oh,
pretty
that
dope.
would be so fun.
Yeah, man.
And I feel like that too. If that was the case, there would be a spectrum of what blackness is. Like there would be
Yeah.
a representation of like, because not can't everybody be like number 5.
Not everybody can be number 5. That'll be the
Right.
worst show. But like that's the thing. You wouldn't even have to change their personalities. You would just change
Yes.
certain nuances. Because I know black people that remind me of number 1, and I know black people
Uh-huh.
who remind me of number 4. They love anime. Like that. Like,
Mhm.
like
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah,
know
yeah.
these people in my head.
Yeah. That's a
Interesting.
good one.
Okay, okay. I hope you liked that question. I was like thinking
That
about it for
definitely
weeks
was.
now. And
Really?
like any media that I take in now, I'm kind of like, what would this show feel like if it was like an
Yeah.
all black coded cast?
See, I gotta think about that now when I'm watching stuff. It's like, you know what?
Yeah,
This would be 5, huh?
so good.
Cool. I love that. I love that. Okay, so I have a
Yeah.
game for you.
Whew, I'm ready to play.
And you know this game, but some of
Mm-hmm.
the people might not know this game. So, this game was created by content creator, musician, uh, talent finder. I don't even
Talent
know.
decider.
Talent decider. We'll put you on to some good stuff.
Yeah.
The Terrell Grice, who has come up on YouTube doing reactions. He started with reactions, and then he, of course, has come up with like having some incredible unknown and now known talent on his show.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been really cool. And so he has recently created a game that is now like you can buy the game, which is so cool. Now the abbreviation is IKYFL. I know you're freaking lying. Huh?
There it is. There it is.
Okay.
Keep it
I know
holy.
you're
If
freaking
you know,
lying.
you know.
So, oh, help me, Lord. My headphones did. Bloop, bloop.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So the way this game works is there are categories. And in these categories, you have to say, the person who starts says, I can name blank, I'll say foods. Let's go with foods. I can name one food. And the next person says, I can name two foods. And it keeps going back and forth, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if you get to a point and the person is like, I can name 12 foods, and then somebody you don't believe that the person can actually do it, you call them on it and say, "I know you're freaking lying." And then like timer starts, and you have to name the 12 foods that you said you can name. And if you don't, then
There's
you
a
drink.
punishment involved.
There's a punishment. Yeah. And if you do, then the other person who calls you on it has to endure the
Yep.
punishment. So I have 4 categories that we're both going to do. Okay.
Okay.
I tried to think of categories, and I didn't try to think of any of them like ahead of time so that I had like some type of advantage.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay.
So 4 categories. We probably should get a timer. I just
I know.
realized this.
I have one set up here, and there's like a
Okay.
slight delay because we are on a video call. So
Yeah.
whoever is going should also be their own timer. And
Awesome.
I don't have my volume on, but I'll keep myself honest and like have it held up so that you can
Yeah.
see.
Okay, I'm gonna open up my timer too.
Okay. And how
And
much
what was it?
time?
Was it 30 seconds?
I
I
think
think
it's
it was
30
30
seconds,
seconds. Yeah.
which feels long, but when you're in the moment,
Child,
I know it's not going to feel like enough.
time flies. Okay, so I guess if I have the category, I have to start, right? Okay, so
Yeah.
the
Okay.
category is colors.
Okay.
Okay, so I can name 1 color.
I can name 2 colors.
I can name 3 colors.
I can name 5 colors.
Okay, I can name 7 colors.
I can name 10 colors.
This is 30 seconds now. I can
Yeah, I know.
name 15 colors.
I can name 16 colors.
Oh, I'm getting a little nerve.
I know.
I can name 17 colors.
I know you freaking lying.
God. Okay. Can you keep counting? I'll keep my timer.
Yes, go for it. I got you.
Okay. 17. Is that what I said?
17. Yep.
Okay. Red, green, yellow, black, brown, pink, purple, gray, tan, beige, cyan, gold, silver, copper, turquoise, aquamarine, um,
One more.
maroon.
Hey. Well done. Well
That was
done. I should have
terrifying.
pushed you more.
I didn't know how many. I was just naming stuff.
I thought you were going to fumble the bag because you didn't Roy G. Biv it. Like red, orange, yellow, green, blue. And I thought you were going like, because
Wow.
that's like 7 colors. You were like red, black. I was like, bag not fumbled. Bag not fumbled. Okay. I was like, she's not going to Roy G. Biv this thing? Wow.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Next
The next
category.
category is shoe brands.
Oh. Okay.
All right. You go
I
first
can
this
name
time.
1 shoe brand.
I can name 2.
I can name 3.
I can name 4.
I can name 6.
I can name 7.
I can name 8.
I know you're freaking lying.
Ah!
I'll count for you. You start your timer.
Okay. I'm going to hit start. Ah.
Okay.
Okay. Nike, Puma,
Mhm.
Louis Vuitton,
Mhm.
Aldo, Adidas.
Stop. You put your timer on 30 minutes.
You were like,
I was like, why is this 29 just sitting here?
yo, okay, damn. Okay, let me go to. We have to do a new category now. We have to charge it because it's not going to be fair. So because I fumbled this bag, I'm going to name, what was it, 8?
Yeah.
8 things in any category you decide.
Like
Any
right now?
category. Right now. So it's fair. I can't do shoes again because I've
You have
already
your
have
30
them in
second
my
timer
mind.
up?
Yeah, it's for real this time.
Okay.
Yeah. Wait.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me do a test. Click. Yes, 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Okay.
Okay. Ready?
8 things in any category. I'm ready for my
8 things
category.
in- This is probably going to give you easy, but okay. 8 pop stars. Go.
Ariana Grande, Mariah Carey, Rihanna, Beyonce, Britney Spears, not Amy Winehouse, Dua Lipa, Rita Ora, Justin Timberlake,
Okay, that's A,
Jan-
I guess,
Janet
but there's definitely some people
Janet
in
Jackson,
there.
Janet Jackson, Michael
Okay,
Jackson,
okay,
Tito Jackson, Jermaine
okay.
Jackson.
Actually, there are definitely some people in there where I'm like, are they pop?
Who? Who?
Beyonce, Faith. Beyonce is pop. She is
I
R&B.
mean, she's all of the things. She's R&B, she's hip hop, she's rap, she's pop. But like, I mean, if Rihanna is
There was a
pop,
couple of them up there, and there was like 3 of them. I was like,
man, give me Tito Lamar. Not Lamar. There is no Lamar Jackson. At least not in the J5. There has to be a Lamar Jackson out there somewhere doing
of course there
something.
is somewhere in the world. Good Lord. Okay, you ready for
Okay.
the next one?
Yes.
Okay, so this category is countries that start with the letter P.
I'm about to eat you up on this, and you know this.
I was trying to give you a win, okay?
Well,
Okay.
depends on the numbers, though. Wait,
Yeah, true.
how many exist? I guess
Exactly.
let's play and let's see how many exist first,
Yeah,
because I'm
because I was
not
like,
confident.
okay, I mean, either.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
I can name 1.
I can name 2.
I can name 3.
I can name 4.
I can name 5, probably.
I know you're freaking lying. So let's get into this. You said 5, right?
Yeah, 5. Here we go.
I'm honestly not even confident that 5 exists.
Peru,
So
Pakistan, Poland, crap. Peru, Pakistan, Poland. Oh my gosh. No, that's a city. I was going to say Prague, but that's a city. Oh no. I don't know anymore.
well done. Well freaking done. Well done. So there is a Pacific East Islander, like island nation called Palau or something like that.
Okay.
There's Paraguay. I forgot about Pakistan. So when you said that, I was like, yo. There's the Philippines, which is tough because it comes out as an F. And I know that there has to be more. You said Peru, Pakistan, Palau, Paraguay, Philippines, Papua New Guinea, also in the Pacific. There has to be one that
by
like
continent. I said Poland.
Poland. That's the one that also I fumbled the bag on heavily. There has to be more.
I don't know.
Let me see. This is gonna actually bother me. How many countries start? Are those the puppies?
Yeah.
They're adorable.
So we
They
got
said, "Get me on a podcast now, immediately." Okay, so there's 10. There's 10. Let me pull up this article. Pakistan, Philippines, Poland, Peru, Portugal. That's the one.
Portugal. Dang it.
Papua New Guinea, Paraguay, Palestine State. I said what I said with a capital P. Panama and Palau. Yeah. 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 Wow. Wow. Not bad. I'm actually really impressed. I'm really, really impressed
I
because
just
like
named 3.
Pakistan really evaded me, and I'm like really upset about that.
Dang, man.
Oh, that was good. That was good.
Last
That was
one.
good. That was good. All right, let's do it.
Last one. Olympic sports.
The silence. Olympic sports. Okay.
Who goes first this time? I don't remember.
You. I didn't. Yeah, I started the last
Okay.
one. You go for it.
I can name 1 Olympic sport.
I can name 2.
I can name 4.
I can name 7.
I know you're freaking lying.
Okay. Have a little faith in me.
Where's your timer?
7, right? I promised 7. Is that what I did?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
God. Okay, let me get my actual timer up.
Not 30 minutes.
That's 30 seconds. That's 30
Yes.
seconds.
Yes. Okay, ready?
Okay,
And
and you're counting.
yep, go.
Luge, shot put, mile long, boxing, fencing, gymnastics, and volleyball.
You did it.
Yeah.
I'm
Why
about
did
to say if you
luge
was
come
so
first?
I literally was like, really?
Is there a Disney Channel movie about luge? Because luge is like, it's my Roman Empire. Like, I think about it often. Girl.
I gotta figure out why I keep unplugging my headphones, brother.
I said nothing of
No,
note.
it was the Disney Channel. No, it's not Disney. Maybe it is Disney though. The Cool Runnings, right?
No, that's Jamaica's got a bobsled team. That's bobsledding. That's the Jamaican bobsled team.
Oh,
Yeah. I don't know why luge is here for me. I don't even,
yeah, it's weird.
I don't know. I also should have
Just
gone
said
Wii
luge.
Sports because Wii
I
Sports
also
has some like Olympic games.
I thought I was like, if this girl starts going 4x4 mile,
I thought about
800
that. The 100, the
hurdle, I was
200,
like,
the
it's
relay, the
all
4x1,
track.
the
Don't even,
4x2.
don't even,
I thought about it, but I was like, I'm gonna do shot put and I'm gonna dip because I don't think.
don't even give me with that. Okay,
Yeah, no.
Lord, yep, that. But you did good.
Okay, did we tie?
I don't know. So we did. What was it? It was. Wait, where'd it go? It has so many different things. I know you're freaking lying. I was like, so colors. Who got colors?
You did
Oh, me.
colors.
So I did colors. Shoe brand. Wait a minute. Olympic sports. You got countries that start with the letter P. I couldn't get it. And then the bonus question was pop stars, which
The
questionable.
pop stars. I'm gonna take the L on that. I don't know. Okay, we will discuss punishments. We'll discuss any
Other
wrong
one. I
punishments that
guess
needs to occur.
no. Ariana Grande. She is a pop star. I wouldn't
Yeah,
consider her a pop star.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Beyonce, Rihanna. Some people would.
Rihanna. Yeah, that was
I
the
think
other one. I was
Rihanna's
like,
definitely. I think Rihanna's a pop star, y'all. I really do. When you look at the not the Rolodex.
and I was
When
going
you
to
look
say
at the
the same thing.
material, those are pop songs. Where have you been all my life? What's my name? Like the stuff that she did at the Super Bowl.
Okay, but you could
Pop
also
songs.
say the same thing about Chris Brown. Don't
No,
wake
Chris
me
Brown is hip
up,
hop. I mean,
What is
everybody was
that?
doing like techno in like the 2010s. I was so ready for that trend to be over. Shout
I
out
don't
to
want
The
to get
Office.
copyrighted.
Oh yeah, just singing full verses tonight. It's tonight. We're gonna get in trouble. Okay. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah. It's such a good song. It's such a good song. It's gonna be in the history books.
Lordy.
Oh God. Okay, that was good. We'll discuss punishment elsewhere, but that was like a good like warm up. I like that. I like that game a lot. Shout out to Terrell for just innovating something so fun and so amazing that probably took over so many houses this past holiday season. So
Absolutely.
good stuff.
Absolutely.
Good stuff. Okay. Oh
Yeah.
man. All right. So speaking of pop stars, that is actually
Lord.
the topic of our next segment. It's time for One Must Go. So okay. One must go. Now the category here is actually pop hit makers. Okay. So when I say this and we ask and try to discuss which person is going to go, I don't want to hear about vocal talent. Because there are disparities there. There are differences.
Okay.
I'm just thinking about the hits, like their catalog. That's the word I was looking for.
Catalog.
I'm talking about their catalog. Like which catalog are we deleting, getting rid of? Okay. So again, no vocal talent because there are differences.
Catalog we're getting rid of.
Catalog we're getting rid of.
Okay.
So the 4 pop hit makers are actually female pop hit makers.
Okay.
Number 1, Mariah Carey.
Okay.
Number 2, Ariana Grande.
Okay.
Number 3, Rihanna's on this list.
Okay.
Number 4, Katy Perry. Feel free to write them if you need. Mariah, Ariana, Rihanna, Katy Perry. Yeah.
Okay, I have two that have to stay, and I have two that I'm trying to decide between. Who needs to go?
Who's staying for you?
I don't want to. I don't want to say it.
I mean, I think Rihanna has to stay. That's
Absolutely.
me.
Absolutely.
Because again, her Super Bowl performances, I was sitting there like, yo, like I forgot about this one. I forgot about this one. Or not that
Hits
I
on
forgot that it
hits.
was her, but like hits on
That she
hits on
has
hits.
so many. Yeah. For
Like
sure.
Run This Town and Umbrella and Where Have You Been and freaking Work took over the world for like
Sheesh.
ever.
Yeah.
So yeah, Rihanna definitely has to stay. You are safe. Congratulations. It's like
Yeah. No.
America's Next Top Model was like, I'm holding one headshot in my hands. Rihanna, you're safe.
I'm traumatized by that,
Also,
and I wasn't even on the show.
yeah, terrifying. Was
Terrifying.
anybody else scared? I was really scared after she yelled at that girl. Anyway, um,
Okay. Yeah. So Rihanna stays for me.
so we have left Mariah, Ariana, Katy Perry. Now, Katy Perry for me is not saying this intentionally, is a dark horse because her like her Rolodex, her catalog during her Super Bowl performance was also like, dang. And like I feel like having the Super Bowl performance notch in your belt at what I would consider was still pretty early in her career, considering the other folks who
Yeah.
have performed.
Yeah.
Um, it's a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
California Girls, Teenage Dream,
Mm-hmm.
um, oh my god. I Kissed a
Firework.
Girl was like her first one, Firework. Like her songs aren't just like, oh, I remember that was a big song. Her songs are kind of like immortalized in a
Yeah.
way. Um, Dark Horse was one, Last Friday. There's like she just has so many like bops and bangers that like, oh, this brings back warm fuzzies, and the other songs that were like heavily commercialized, like
Yeah.
Roar and Firework. And
Roar.
so like when
I
I
forgot
was
about that
first
one.
making this list, I was kind of like, oh, this is too easy. But then I really started to like let Katy Perry cook, and I was like, whoa, like
Yeah. So I'm gonna be honest. The first two that said I said have to stay are Rihanna and Katy Perry.
really?
Yep. Because
Okay.
of their catalog.
Yeah.
Katy Perry has so many,
Hits.
and yeah, they were hits. They were everywhere. They were popular. They were catchy. Like whether it was your cup of tea or not, like
You knew a Katy
she is a
Perry song.
pop icon. She kind of
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. Shout out to the
Yeah.
Left Shark. I think so now we have Mariah and Ariana, which
Okay.
is polarizing because not only are they often compared to one another,
Yeah.
often because of the whole whistle tone, pop diva, kind of fabulous, untouchable vibe. Like their
Hmm.
branding is very similar. Not necessarily
Yes.
early Mariah branding, but like 2000s, 2010s Mariah branding for
Yeah.
me is very similar to current Ariana branding.
Yeah.
Um, I think that Mariah, in a way, is untouchable. If we do a list of like, in general, like black artists,
Hmm.
like
She on there.
absolutely, absolutely on there and high on that list.
Yeah.
But I'm also like, I'm trying to also think about like current impact and the size of global impact of Ariana. But then it's like,
Right.
is that skewed by me being Gen Z and just who I've
Mm,
seen? Like, I didn't see Mariah at her prime. I didn't. I
right.
didn't.
I didn't really
Um,
either, and I'm a millennial.
yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. I feel like Mariah, of course, has decades under her belt, um,
Yeah.
and has the talent. Like early Mariah vocals were, huh. It's time for the run check in. I'm gonna put it in this video. There's this run that she does. She's in the studio, and the silence after the run is
Oh.
like, hmm. So like vocal power, I feel like Mariah has the power.
Mhm.
Ariana has like just the sauce. And I'm like, at what point does sauce leave the individual and just go to your writing team and you?
Mhm.
Because I feel like she writes a lot of her stuff too.
Mhm.
I'm like, I'm at a toss up.
I
I'm
know
at a
who
toss
is.
up.
I know who makes it for me. I know who must go.
That Positions album was crazy, but also like it's Mariah Carey.
I think Ariana has to go.
That's where I'm skewing to. I feel like what's gonna keep me up at night and keeping Ariana and getting rid of Mariah keeps me up at
Right.
night.
That's a good way to think of it. Because to me,
That keeps me up at night.
without Mariah, there is no Ariana.
That very much so. Very much so. She's the blueprint, and you got to
Yeah.
keep the blueprint at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Um,
Now that isn't
So
to say
yeah.
like I'm playing Ariana songs. Like I'm not
Yeah,
playing
I
Mariah
listen to
Carey
more
songs.
Ariana than Mariah,
Oh, hands
but I
down.
also
But
I got some respect.
real gotta recognize real, right? Yeah, it's Mariah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, Ari.
Sorry, Ari. We
You're talented
still
though. Like, oh my gosh.
no. You don't get invited to sing at Aretha Franklin's funeral for nothing. Let's make
Okay.
that very clear.
And I'm looking forward to seeing
Um,
you in Wicked.
heck yeah. So okay, I feel good about that decision. I can sleep at night. So
Yay.
Katy Perry, you stay. Rihanna, you stay.
Yeah.
Mariah, you stay. Ariana, let's do another check in like 10 years. Let's see where. No, I'm serious because like as careers develop, like we don't know where these people are gonna go.
I mean, Rihanna is
Um,
clearly not planning on dropping no albums.
oh, never, absolutely never. It's giving mogul, it's giving business, and I love it's giving mother, and it's
Okay.
great. I love that.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, okay. Thank you for playing with me. I feel like we were on the same page for that. That feels good.
Same.
That feels good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Ah.
guess what? It's time for a little bit of real news. Oh my gosh.
Let's
I'm never going to get
learn.
it wrong. Let's learn. So, the city that Faith appointed to me this week was Brussels, Belgium.
Mhm.
The amount of times I've wanted to say Brussels, Germany.
I thought you were gonna say Brussels sprouts because those also slap.
There you go, maple bacon.
Ooh, little honey
My
glaze. Ah,
God.
hey.
Okay. So here we go. Brussels, Belgium.
Oh gosh.
YouTuber arrested for throwing poo at Brussels metro passengers.
The use of poo. I don't know if I'm 5 years old, but that's just it's so funny to me. It's funnier than poop for some reason. I love how they say poo over there. Okay, please
So this is an
continue.
article from Politico EU.
Okay.
Complainant says he was showered with dog feces and oil by rogue influencer. Brussels police arrested a young YouTuber who filmed himself throwing buckets containing diverse substances, including paint, feces, and food at a Metro Travelers in the Belgian capital. The Brussels prosecutor's office said Tuesday. The unnamed suspect, identified his initials as YD, was arrested on January 2nd and has confessed. Spokesperson for the prosecutor's office, Yasmina Vanderschnitzel, said in a press release he was indicted for assault and battery and damaging property. Videos of these events were posted on social networks with the aim of getting as many likes as possible. The YouTuber, who goes by the alias Yanike, I'm not sure, on social media, has published 7 videos over the past few months, all titled Chef's Surprise, in which he splashes dismayed bystanders with brown mixtures while being filmed by an accomplice. He sometimes appears with his face uncovered in the clips, which are unavailable to users in Belgium and total a few thousand views each. One of the YouTuber's victims filed a complaint against him in November after being shot in a mixture of dog feces and oil while on the metro. And Brussels public transportation company STIB also filed a complaint.
Okay. Diverse substances is crazy. I'm also thinking of like how this feels like very American news. Like if you were to read
It
this to me,
does.
this feels like some very United States of America BS.
Uh-huh.
Like this just feels very red, white, and blue. Um, and I'm upset because it's like we have never been the global standard, but for a
No.
while we are seemed as such. But when it comes to media, I think
Mm-hmm.
it's between us and the UK.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that this is also transferring over because this type of mess is we no. Like imagine okay, you're like a 23-year-old graphic designer who's interning at this company that's like up and coming. It's a startup, you're doing really well.
Mm-hmm.
Like you started this thing with your friends and now you're like growing in your career. And so like you had a really long night at the office. You go back, you like order takeout because you're too lazy to cook. So you cook your food, whatever they eat in Brussels. I don't know.
Just bro.
You go to bed, falling asleep to your favorite show. You wake up, You're like, that was a rough night, but it's okay. It's going to be a better day. I'm going to do something good for the environment. I'm going to take public transport. You have a car because you're a little bit privileged, but you live in like a really good city with like public transport. And so you're like, I'm going to do something good today. So you wake up, you make your tea. You got this new tea maker for Christmas. So you're like, this is great. Like, I'm an
This is a
influencer
very
early.
intense story.
So you make your tea. You're like all warm inside. You put on your favorite sweater. You get on your shoes. You make sure all your devices are charged. You go out. You get on the train. You're like, oh, it's pretty empty today. Like, I think I made a good move. Like, it's not as packed as it usually is. It's flu season, so you're kind of relieved. Like, okay, I'll
Ugh.
get some space. So you get on the train, and then just as the doors are closing, you see someone with buckets of a brown substance dart through the doors, and somebody's recording them. So you already know something is up. Because like if it was just
Oh
a person
my
with a
gosh.
bucket, you're like, oh man, this is crazy. But a person, bucket, and camera combo is
Mm-hmm.
like, oh
Person
no.
bucket and camera.
And immediately you realize, like, oh, the empty train was a good thing 2 seconds ago. Now it's a horrible thing because I'm like super visible. And before you can even like process like what you're gonna do, like somebody throws something brown at
Oh
you
my
and it smells
god.
awful. Like, what?
I don't like the fact that I'm
What?
wearing brown right now. Like I am wearing
That's
poo
insane.
color.
Like, what? I wouldn't even honestly, if somebody were to say something like racist to me or like bump me or like be disrespectful, my reaction would be anger. If someone were to do something so disgusting to me that like I can't even like open my mouth, like I think of like people getting spit on
Yeah,
or like
yeah.
when you just like kind of petrified and you're frozen.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you also react that way in situations where like, if it's something gross, like I can't even be mad, I'm just like frozen? Do you freeze
Mm,
or do you like initially act? I'm a freezer. If it's gross because I'm a germaphobe, like my body
mm.
shuts down.
No, I act. No, yeah, I act. I'm the same way with like bugs. Like
Mm,
I'm the same way with bugs around like my dogs or like my son. Like
mhm.
I don't have the time to go, "Oh my god." No, I'm like, "Don't bite him." And then I like
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
talking like we'll splash a bug with my hands in between my
Yeah.
fingers.
Yeah,
Like cuz I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
it was the quickest thing I could. So yeah, but in that situation, I don't know what I would do.
I don't know what I do. Literally, like, you know the decision-based game Detroit, where everything
Mhm.
freezes and you have to replay
I'm done.
everything that just happened and then decide what action to take. Like that's what's happening in my brain. Like I'm scrolling
Yeah.
around like, okay, person entered train, bucket full of dirt, camera. Like I would have to like and
Bucket
life
full
doesn't
of dirt.
pause. Like life marches forward.
It's so
Um,
funny. Ugh.
oh God.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
That was
I know you weren't
horrible.
expecting that, were ya? I sure
No.
wasn't.
Well, prepare for this news. You ready?
Oh, no. What was your city?
This news comes out of Manchester, England, and it's
Manchester.
um so
That's probably horrible.
I'm going to choose not to utilize people's names because there is a death involved, and although it's
Mm.
publicized, I'm not going to share the name. Um, but I will share the name of the aggressor. So,
Oh, God.
a philosophy student who had quote lost her temper and ran over her fiance has been found guilty of his murder. Okay, so visualize this in your mind. Alice Wood, 23, used her Ford Fiesta as a weapon when she hit her partner, 24, near the home that they shared in Road Heath, Cheshire, on the 6th of May last year. Wood, a student at the University of Manchester, denied murder and an alternative count of manslaughter as she claimed her boyfriend's death was merely an accident. She told her trial at Chester Crown Court that she did not realize he was trapped underneath her car when she drove 158 meters up Sandbach Road before stopping. But a jury today convicted Wood of Draycott, these names, these Draycott Crossroad, Cheadle, Staffordshire, of murder following the 3-week trial. She's been remanded in custody to be sentenced on January 29th. Her partner was killed after Wood repeatedly drove her car at him in what witnesses described as a game of chicken after she lost her temper. The pair had returned to their home at the time in Oak Street shortly after 11 p.m. after attending a party in Hanley, at which both had been drinking alcohol. Wood drove her partner's vehicle home, a Fiat Punto, and both exited the vehicle. At around 11:20 p.m., Wood was seen on CCTV, security footage, getting into her own car, a Ford Fiesta, and reversing it out of its space while her partner is seen walking around in the vicinity. Around this time, neighbors reported hearing shouting, door slamming, and a car engine revving. CCTV shows that the Fiesta was reversing towards the boyfriend, almost hitting him. Wood then drove towards the boyfriend a second time onto Sandbach Road, knocking him into the bonnet. I don't know what a bonnet is here in this context. I'm going to keep going. Maybe it's the gutter. I don't know. Footage showed Ryan walking away from the collision, but Wood deliberately drove at him a third time, hitting him and causing him to go under the car. Wood continued to drive for approximately 160 meters near Keats Drive with her boyfriend still under the vehicle before stopping and presenting at a nearby address. So she gets out the car and goes to this neighbor's house and she tells the resident, "Please phone an ambulance. I think I've run over my boyfriend." Emergency services responded and the paramedics pronounced the gentleman dead at the scene. Officers attended and spoke to Wood later before arresting her. She failed a roadside breath test and was found to have 61 micrograms of alcohol per 100 millimeters of breath over the legal limit. Upon arrest, this is crazy. Wait, I lost my place. Upon arrest, she told officers, "It's fine. I deserve it." And the family of the gentleman has spoken, and they say that nothing can really bring him back or give closure, but they're glad that justice is being served because she was convicted of the crime. So, recap. Girlfriend and boyfriend are at party. They've both been drinking. She loses her temper. We don't know why. She leaves their car, gets into her own car, plays chicken with him a couple times, and then gasses it one last time. And he's under the car, and she drives for 160 meters, realizes, I think he's under the car, tells the neighbor to phone an ambulance. He's pronounced dead at the scene. She fails a breathalyzer test and is convicted. My question is, what did he do? Because no. Because here's the thing. This could be a situation of she loses her temper often and has played this dangerously multiple times. And this was just a really intense case of that. Or the neighbors are like, what is this ruckus? Because this is never, they're like a happy couple. We see them all the time. What did he do? I'm back and forth with that because I'm I don't like victim blaming, but I also don't like talking crap about women because in order for a woman to get to that point, if there is no mental illness or other stuff going on, something crazy must have happened. So where are you with this? What were your feelings as I was reading through that?
First, and hot take. I don't think she knew that she ran over him. I think that she was because of the alcohol in her system, and because she played chicken a couple times, and then the third time, I think she thinks she got him again. And oh my God, I just can't.
That's terrifying. That's terrifying.
I can't imagine. Yeah, I don't think she knew. I honestly think she was driving that far and was because when you're, when you're not in your right mind.
Yeah, neither of them should have been behind anybody's wheel.
No. But she
how do you play
definitely
chicken with
deserved
somebody?
it though.
Yes, absolutely.
And which is why I'm sure that she probably didn't know because of how quick she was I deserved it.
Yeah.
I was drinking. This shouldn't have happened. So I think that she didn't know that it had happened until after the fact, but still took. She didn't lie. At any point did she lie?
No, she took the breathalyzer test, and then when she was arrested, they were like, "Yeah, I deserve it."
Yeah. Dang, man. Man, what was they fighting about?
I know. I have to know. I have to know what was going on.
Because that seems like something it's not as simple as he was cheating. He was cheating either with her sister,
with the queen or something. What is going on? I don't think. There's so many questions that we'll never know the answer to because we'll never know. It's not our business. And one of the people who was in the situation is no longer with us. So it's
dang, man.
how do you play chicken with somebody and then think? Did she think he just
In
jumped
a
out the way
car,
and she
bro.
just kept going in a car at
It
night
was
at 11:30 at
nighttime.
night in a residential area?
Ah, hate. Things
You hate to
happen.
see it. Things
You
happen.
really hate to
But
see
yeah,
it.
I hate that happened. Like, loss is loss, and it's really terrible. But just don't drink and drive, guys. Just don't. It's
Jesus.
actually never worth it, ever.
Ever.
Um, yeah. Ugh, horrible. Well, we learned a lot today. We
Mhm.
learned that Beyonce apparently is not a pop diva. Um, yes, I'm twisting your words. We learned what countries start with the letter B, and we
Eh.
learned or remembered that it is important to never drink and drive.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, I think we should wrap here. It's
What
been
a
a roller coaster
summary.
of a day.
What a summary.
It's been a roller coaster of a day. But we are so glad y'all are still on this ride with us. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, do all the things.
Yeah.
Muchas gracias por estar con nosotros hoy. Te queremos muchísimo, and we will see you very soon. Bye.